and on-screen stars. Dan, thanks for your time and welcome. How's your Australian accent going?
It's sort of it's gone as a bit of a decline since I when I'm not in Australia I can't really do it, but when I was out there it was great. I was quite pleased with how it sounded with December Boys in the end.
And tell us the title of the latest Harry Potter film in an Australian accent.
No, I can't. Cause that sounds really embarrassing. If people want to see the Australian accent, they should buy December Boys when it comes out. Then they'll see it sounding really, really good. And if they saw it now, they just think, oh, it's shocking, and it will put them off the film. It will put them off Harry Potter, and it will put them off December Boys. So I'm not going to sabotage the work like that.
Fair enough, but you still love Melbourne.
I adore Melbourne. Yes. I particularly spend a lot of time in St Kilda, which is a great place. But apparently there's prostitutes there. Maybe you can't.
It is a slightly red pink district.
Oh, okay, good.
Now you've obviously read the last book.
Yes.
And were you relieved that you didn't die?
I was thrilled actually. It's because okay, so we're talking about the ending. You've said that, so we can talk. Right, we're not going to do a John O'Coleman.
No. There'll be a spoiler at the top, because last time I got death threats.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, God.
We had to turn it upside down and mirror it in the paper, the spoiler, yes.
Wow, okay. Well, yeah, so, basically, I was thrilled because you get I got the best of both worlds, really. I got every actor's dream. I get a death scene, and then I get more dialogue afterwards. It was fantastic.
And so, when you were reading it, and you died, what, was your heart going terribly fast?
I knew that I wasn't going to die because J.K. Rowling had given me a hint a few months before, it was quite a cryptic hint, but I had deciphered it and I had realised that I probably was going to end up alive.
What did she say?
I said to her, I'm going to roll my sleeves up, I'm going to go casual for the next interview. I said to her, she took me out, she came and saw Equus, the play earlier in the year, and she said, you took me out to dinner, and I said to her, look, I need to know, do I die in the last book? And she said, very quietly and hoping that no one was looking, she said, you have a death scene. And so that, it wasn't the hardest code to crack, really. So, yeah, I sort of knew a bit in advance.
Do you like Harry in this film? Because in the book, of course, he's awfully dark and, just a little angst-ridden.
Yeah.
What do you think of Harry in this film?
I mean, I think J.K. Rowling put it best once when I said to her, because the fifth one, the third and the fifth are my two favourite of the books, and probably the seventh as well, to be honest, because it's just brilliant. But the third and the fifth books are two of my favourites of the whole thing. But I said to her that I loved the fifth, and I couldn't understand because there was a lot of criticism of the fifth. People said that Harry came across as petulant and angry all the time, and J.K. Rowling just said, well, if people can't understand Harry's anger in this book, then they don't understand, then they haven't read the other books properly. They haven't grasped what the other books have actually meant and what's happened in them. And I think that's absolutely right. So I love Harry in this film. And I think my natural inclination is to sort of move towards that darkness. When I act, I enjoy playing the darker sides of characters probably more than I do the sort of lighter sides.
And when are we seeing you next in Australia?
Well, If you know what they look like and you look very hard, you'll see my parents over there in the new year. But I probably won't be going until, at the very earliest, unfortunately, it will be the middle of next year, which I'm kind of gutted about. But I will definitely be going plenty of time before I die.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you there.
Excellent.
Thank you
very much. Not at all. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Emma, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Now tell me, have you read book 7?
Yes, of course. Yeah, no, I read it as soon as I possibly could and pretty much didn't put it down after I got it, so yeah.
Both Daniel and Rupert have said that they wish to continue in movies and pursue that path. You're not 110% sold on the idea, are you?
No, I've always not been quite so sure. I actually filmed a film for the BBC in the summer called Ballet Shoes, and I think that experience made me think, yeah, maybe I could see myself doing this, maybe this is where I'm meant to be. But previously, yeah, I want to go to university. I want to kind of keep going with my education and just keep all of my options open and all of my doors open. So.
Now you filmed Ballet Shoes with your sisters, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What was that like?
Well, It was just really interesting. When I went to go and speak to the producer and the director when I, accepted the part, I was talking about, oh well, so yeah, you'll be. She just asked me. She said, "Have you got any brothers and sisters?" And I, well, yeah, I've got 2 identical twin sisters called Nina and Lucy, who are 2. She said, "Oh, that's interesting. We're actually looking for your 2-year-old self, and who best to play it than your own sisters? They're going to look like you, aren't they?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." So they got offered. It's just a teeny little part, but it was so lovely to have them on set with me, and they were brilliant. They were actually brilliant. They did a really good job. So yeah, it was lovely.
And I mean, given that you in interviews after sort of the first one, you'd sort of said I had a huge learning curve, and the second film will be easier, and progressively each of them, you're up to your 6. You're filming 6 at the moment, rather.
Yeah.
And so, did you have advice to impart to them, and have you surprised yourself at how much you've learned?
Yeah, I guess I've learnt an absolutely huge amount. I mean, it's been a really slow process, but looking back, I've learnt how to do stunts. I've learnt about blue screen and special effects and sound and just all. I mean, it's such a complex process making a film. I've learnt a lot. Yeah.
You mentioned your studies earlier, and from the sounds of it, you'd put Hermione to shame.
I could never put Hermione to shame. She's just amazing. I was really pleased with my results. Yeah, I was really pleased.
And what you actually want to do, if this movie thing were to go away or you chose not to pursue it, what would you follow? What area?
People ask me this question. I honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't think I would know now. I would definitely be going to university and I would be studying and trying to find out. But I don't know, maybe I would have ended up here anyway, but obviously nothing as big as this, but maybe I would have wanted to do acting anyway. I probably would have done. I don't know. It's interesting thinking what my life might have been like.
Probably wouldn't swap it for a thing.
No.
How's filming going on the latest one?
It's going really well, so far as I hear. I actually don't start until December, so I don't really know at the moment, but people say it's going well. I'm really looking forward to getting back to it, definitely.
And what are you going to do when it's all finished?
I'm going to go travelling for a bit, and then I'm going to go to uni, hopefully.
Well, thank you for your time, and
Thank
good
you.
luck with uni.
Thank you very much.
Well, that brings us to the end of our exclusive interview series with the cast and crew of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Don't forget it's out on DVD later this week. I'm Sam Amjad Ali for the